And so we come to the end of day 16, eating on the starch solution. And today I started out with my pancakes, actually just a little bit of pancakes because I just had a little bit of batter left. But mostly I had like that fresh applesauce. It was like cooked apples with little um, apple juice. It was very good. And did I have green tea? Perhaps. But I got up a little late and then I had a lunch to go to in the park. I had agreed to go to a picnic and I had the idea to go there and bring some of my watermelon to share with the group. And then I decided also to bring a container of cherry tomatoes for people to munch on. And that turned out to be a really good idea. I had a little bit of Mexican food that I had in a container. I brought that with me. And between the cherry tomatoes and the watermelon, it was enough. And I had a little green tea. I did have green tea. And everybody really enjoyed the watermelon. And we were eating, and people were passing around the watermelon. And then these two young men, probably about 12, rode up on their bicycles, and they came up to us and they said, "Do you have anything for us to drink? We're really thirsty." And they'd been riding their bikes, and I didn't have anything. I said, "No, I don't have anything," and nobody else did. I said, "But we have some watermelon for you." And we just had quarters left for, in the bowl. And so we just had enough for one had each one, a piece. And, and then we continued talking, and then the kids said, "Hey, that was really good," and then they ran off on their bike, and everybody really thought the watermelon was tasty because it had seeds in it. And this one woman was commenting about how, most watermelons are seedless, and she said it was very sweet. Everybody thought it was really flavorful, and that's my experience too. And I finished off the last piece of cantaloupe this morning, as I recall. And so I had a nice little lunch, but I did not exercise because I was off, on this lunch. And when I got home, I had some fritters. I was going to bring fritters too, my zucchini fritters, but I didn't. And I had put, for a small portion of time, I had put 3 zucchini fritters in the stove. So when I got home, they were actually just warm. So I was really hungry when I got home because I really didn't have a lot to eat for lunch. And I just munched on 3 zucchini fritters and some ketchup, and that was very good. And then I had a lot of errands to run and to go to the store. I was looking for a food processor. I was hoping that maybe there was a food processor at Goodwill or at the other bargain stores. And I also went to Walmart and another grocery store. And that took quite a bit of time. And then when I got back, I had to start working on a project. And I had a cup of black tea and I put sugar in it because I have not yet gotten my sugar substitutes. So I had that. And as time went on, I was still hungry, so I put a couple of pieces of brownie in the stove. So now I'm absolutely out of brownie, so I have to remember to make more because that is a really great little snack for tea time because it's, as I've said before, it's a brownie that has no relationship to any brownie anybody ever ate. It's like, what was it? All kinds of, oh, what was it? I don't even remember what it consisted of, but it was very healthful. It was zucchini brownie, that's it. It had zucchini in it, but you can't taste the zucchini. And it was sweetened, with all legal sweeteners, and it's just a really nice, chewy, sweet snack, semi-sweet. It has, unsweetened baker's chocolate and cocoa powder and flaxseed and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, chia seed. So then what happened? I was going to go to meditate, and then Gary called me, and I forget what he said. Oh yeah, he said he was coming to town, and he had wanted to switch cars with me, and in order for us to do that, I had to drive down to his place. So instead of going to meditate, I oh goodness, I haven't meditated yet tonight. I just realized that. Well, after I get off, I'll meditate. So I drove down there, we switched cars, I came back, we went to another store, came home, and then I cooked some pesto for myself. You know, I picked some basil leaves. I had bought some walnuts at the store the other day and little cherry tomatoes and cooked up some lentil rice, lentil pasta, and it was very good. And then after, a little later, I was doing this and that, and I made a nice cup of black tea because I needed some pep. I sort of just wanted to go to sleep, but I needed some pep, so I made a nice cup of black tea. And what else did I have? That was about it. Oh yeah, with my cantaloupe earlier, I had a plum in the plum that I had in the refrigerator. So anyway, so that was it. But I'm listening to an Agatha Christie book, and there's a real like danger zone when I listen to books like British books because they always talk about things like tea and crumpets, and somehow it's so magical in the book. I looked up crumpets. I really didn't know what a crumpet was. Crumpet is basically an English muffin. It's like a little different version of an English muffin. And I do have a nice cup of British tea every once in a while, but I don't have the crumpet. And that's a good thing. But I get these triggers of like these British like kind of ritual foods, and I have to kind of avoid not doing that. So anyway, I didn't exercise. I didn't overeat. I was very engaged in action. I picked some food when I was down at Gary's. I picked some kale. Oh yeah, I had some fresh kale with the basil, with the pesto. And I got a nice cantaloupe out of the garden. So now I have more cantaloupe because I just ate the last of the cantaloupe. And what else did I get? 2 nice green peppers. So it's just right and ready to pick. So I'm going to have to go down and pick on Saturday, but anyway, that was it. It was kind of an odd day. Like I say, I hadn't meditated for the second time today. I'm going to have to do that now when I sign off. I have zucchini fritters in the oven. I made 2 trays of those, so they'll be ready. And I still have 8 huge, they're not all huge, but they're all very large zucchinis to process. And I really want to get a good food processor for shredding the zucchini because this is going to mechanize this whole thing. Tonight I did it by hand, which takes forever. Even with a good Agatha Christie novel to listen to, it's annoying. So tomorrow will be the big day. I'm going to go to the other thrift store and scour the shelves to see if they happen to have a nice food processor at a bargain price. And if they don't, I will, I'm not sure what I'd do. I might just buy the one they have on the shelf at Walmart, or I might order one online, and it'll take another couple days. We'll see. So that's it. It was a pretty good day, day 16, and I'll sign off.